parafilm, which we've used before. And you can, if you want to, we're going to bind it with some real wire. And that's really all we're going to need is our equipment. I tend to take the parafilm off the row rather than working on it on the row because it's sort of hanging and it's an added weight. So I tend to pull off a piece and just work with it like that and take what you need. So we're going to wire up. Now the silver wires for the spray roses, and I'm just literally going to go where the spray rose is here underneath. Okay, I'm just going to thread, find equal amount, 50-50, bend it down, wrap it round. Okay. When it gets past that natural stem, don't keep wrapping and wrapping like this. There's no point. It's just time. And remember, this is a 35-minute assessment. So the more things you're doing, it's going to take your time. So as soon as you get past that natural stem, just straighten up the wires and just keep them straight. Okay? And then we're going to, so you go through like that, about equal, bend it down, and wrap round. Wrap round the stem and the other wire. Just straighten it. Got to the end of the stem and now I'm going to straighten. If you, how would you know whether that wire gauge is suitable, like enough? Yeah, so remember, if it's sort of like all bendy, it's not strong enough, but that's actually got a really nice bounce, so that's fine. It's good. To do the ivy, can you remember how we do the ivy? What the technique's called? Stitch. Yeah. So reverse the ivy. We see there's that lovely vein that runs along the back here. 2/3 of the way up, you're going to stitch your silver wire through. Okay. When you get again equal amount, you hold your thumb under the stitch so it doesn't tear the leaf. Bend it down to the stem and then wrap it around. Oops, keep one of the stems straight and just wrap that one round. And just straighten it again when you get past that stem. That's a stitch method. And the reason why it's a stitch is then you're able to manipulate that leaf in whichever direction you want. That's why I do it 2/3. If you do it down here, it's not going to give any support and do anything at all. But you want a nice small stitch. That's how you get good marks. And then to wire up things like wax flower and the asparagus, have the foliage facing towards you with a little bit of stem showing. Make a hairpin like that. Hold that hairpin under your thumb and then wrap that around the stem, one of them, keep the other one straight, and then just straighten. Enough so it doesn't come off. Okay. And if you were doing the same with the wax round the jip, you would do the same. So you get your little bunch, face it towards you, hold that under your thumb, down, round, straighten. Yeah? So what I want us to do is try and get to a stage using the recipe that Melissa's written on the board. Get to this stage where we've wired everything up. Once you've wired, if you're ahead of us, then you need to individually tape everything together. Okay? So you're stretching that tape. So it's nice and see-through, stretching round, stretching round. Don't construct at this stage. I'm going to show you how to construct, but I just want you to wire everything and tape. Okay, if you want to tape, go around the same spot several times. If you find it's not sticking, then stretch it round. It's doing that motion. Stretch round, stretch and round. Yeah? And just tear it off. Try and keep all your plan out on your table as well. Yeah? So let's get to that bit and then we'll get you to